12 tons of steel moving at 10 times the speed of sound. 12,000 kilometers per hour. At that velocity, air doesn't flow. It burns. The skin reaches 2,000 degrees Celsius. No radar can lock it. No interceptor can chase it. No defense system on Earth can compute a firing solution in time. China has one. The DF-17. Russia claims one. The Zircon. America has spent $20 billion and still hasn't fielded one. In 2024, India tested theirs. One flight, Mach 10. Bullseye. This is L-RASH-M, the Long-Range Anti-Ship Missile. India's carrier killer. No joint venture, no foreign partner. Designed, built, and tested on Indian soil. Here's the problem with going Mach 10. A scramjet. The obvious answer needs continuous airflow. It's fragile, temperamental, and no nation has ever weaponized one. So, DRDO chose a different path, boost glide. But not one stage, too. Stage 1 is a solid-fuel rocket booster derived from the Sagar submarine-launched ballistic missile, the same motor that arms India's nuclear submarines. It hurls 12 tons off the rail and past the atmosphere. Stage separation. The booster falls away. Stage 2 ignites. A solid-fuel hypersonic sustainer that pushes the missile to Mach 10. Then silence. Stage 2 burns out, and the Delta Wing glide vehicle is free. No engine, no fuel, just physics. A swept-wing glider wrapped in a carbon-silicon carbide heat shield. A ceramic skin that holds at 2,000 degrees Celsius while the vehicle skips across the upper atmosphere like a stone across water. Each skip trades altitude for distance. Each skip sustains Mach 5, 2 stages of fire, then a ghost that glides. 1,500 kilometers. That's the current kill radius. The extended variant, 3,500 from Indian soil, covers the entire South China Sea. A Chinese carrier battle group, 6 destroyers, 2 submarines, 1 carrier worth $9 billion, detects nothing. The glide vehicle descends in terminal phase. At 50 kilometers from the target, the heat shield ejects. The SAR seeker activates X-band synthetic aperture radar. It builds a live picture of the target in any weather, through any jamming, and locks a moving ship at sea. The glide vehicle adjusts. Not a ballistic arc, a skip glide path that changes direction with every bounce. The warhead arrives at Mach 5. Hundreds of kilograms of high explosive, riding massive kinetic energy, orders of magnitude beyond a subsonic cruise missile. A single missile against a $9 billion carrier. It doesn't hit the ship. It punches through the flight deck, through the hangar, through the hull, and detonates inside. And that's just the conventional warhead. L-RASH-M is designed to carry multiple payload configurations, including nuclear. A Mach 10 glide vehicle that no interceptor on Earth has proven it can stop. Carrying a nuclear warhead, that's not an anti-ship missile. That's a second strike weapon. Here's why no existing defense works. A ballistic missile follows a predictable arc track the launch. Calculate the curve. Fire an interceptor. L-RASH-M doesn't arc. It skips. Each atmospheric bounce changes the trajectory. The Delta Wings pull lateral maneuvers at hypersonic speed, turns that would tear any manned aircraft apart. China's HQ-9 cannot track it. America's Aegis struggles to compute it. The SM-3 interceptor, designed to kill ballistic warheads in space, is useless against a target that never stays in space. The terminal defense window is measured in seconds. No human decision loop fits inside that window. And it's not just land-based. Ship-launched and air-launched variants are already in development. A destroyer, a Sukhoi, a tail truck on a coastal highway. Any platform becomes a carrier killer. 2001, DRDO sanctions the HSTDV program, the Hypersonic Technology Demonstrator Vehicle, a scramjet test platform. The goal, prove India can sustain hypersonic flight. Years of wind tunnel work. Materials science. Propulsion design. June 2019. HSTDV rides an AGY booster off APJ Abdul Kalam Island. The mission doesn't go as planned. The booster underperforms. DRDO releases a cautious statement. The world's defense analysts write the obituary. India's hypersonic ambitions are dead. September 2020. They try again. This time, the HSTDV screams to Mach 6 and sustains scramjet combustion for 20 seconds at 31 kilometers altitude. 20 seconds that proved every critic wrong. But DRDO already knew the real weapon wouldn't be a scramjet. It would be a glider. They'd been building LRASH-M in parallel, and by 2022 the design was finalized. 2023, APJ Abdul Kalam Island Test Range. LRASH-M flies for the first time. A quiet developmental test. No fanfare. Barely a footnote in the Ministry of Defense year-end review. November 16, 2024. The second flight, LR-02. This time the full system. The Delta Wing Hypersonic Glide Vehicle separates, enters its skip-glide trajectory, executes terminal maneuvers, and strikes the target at 1,500 kilometers with pinpoint accuracy. Bullseye. The world takes notice. October 2025, limited serial production begins at Bharat Dynamics. January 2026, LRASH-M rolls down Kurtavya Path at the Republic Day Parade. The first time the world sees it. 13M long, matte black. Delta wings deployed. China built a string of pearls around India. Naval bases at Djibouti, Gwadar, Hambantota. LRASH-M turns every pearl into a target. By 2029, LRASH-M will be operational along India's entire coastline from Gujarat to the Andaman Islands. Every carrier group within 3,500 kilometers on notice. APJ Abdul Kalam spent his life asking one question. When will India stop borrowing and music start building? LRASH-M is the